What is good, everybody? Wanted to do a quick video today on how to dump your black and gray tanks in your RV. It was something when I first started at it, it was like, what am I doing here? I don't know what these hoses go to. I know I did a quick little video search and figure it out, so wanted to just make a really quick condensed version of like how to dump your tanks, what to look for, and yeah. This is also a little geared towards long-term staying because we leave our gray tank open the whole time, but I'll be able to show you kind of what you do if you're just like on the move every day. But yeah, let's go. I'll show you. I actually need to dump my black tank right now anyway, so we'll jump in and I'll show you how we do it. So as you can see, this is our little our bay here. We've got everything labeled: black tank, gray tank. So gray obviously goes to like your sinks and your shower and that sort of thing. We leave our gray tank open all the time, except right now when we're gonna dump our black tank. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and push that in. And then as you can see, there's our black tank. So we've got our hose hooked up there. Hose runs out and it runs all the way down. And then you've got this little screw in piece there. So as you can see, that little screw-in piece screws in. So if you're just setting up for the first time, you'll screw that little plastic piece in. You'll attach your hose down like that. We always kind of put a little rock or something on top. The last thing you want is for that to come off while you're dumping your tanks. Not a good thing. Here's a good example of that little screw-in piece. So that's the same piece that screws in there. And then we've got spare hoses and stuff in case we need it. But as you can see, I'm going to just pull this lever here. I'm not going to show it because it's really gross. So you pull that and you can hear it coming down. I like to, when I first dump it, make sure that doesn't sink down too much. So that's the first little bit. It's super simple. It's just connecting that hose. Make sure everything is tight before you dump it. The last thing you want is a leak. And that's gonna be like the average person coming in and out for the weekend. You're just gonna connect that hose, leave it hooked up, and then when you're done, I always rinse them out. So I'm actually gonna show you what I do for our long-term stuff. This is a little bit different. So since I'm long-term, I'm gonna flush my tank a couple times. So we always leave our gray tank open. And then when we dump our black tank, I close the gray tank. I fill the gray tank up a little bit. I just turn on the sink for a while. That's gonna help flush it out when I'm done. But I'm gonna show you how I kind of flush our black tank out, just because we live in it, we use it every day, so it gets kind of gross in there. So here's our toilet here in the bathroom. And when I'm flushing the black tank out, what I'm gonna do is actually, I've got this little, it's actually a thing of matches. I'm just gonna prop that open just like so. All that does is let the black tank, the toilet run and continue to fill up the tank. So the tank is currently open right now. What I'm gonna do is close the black lever and fill up the tank, let my timer run for 5 to 7 minutes, go out, open it, let it drain, close it, let it fill up 5 to 7 minutes. I do that like 4 or 5 times until it really comes out relatively clear. Like you'll see toilet paper and stuff, even on the second and third time, you'll see it start to come out. So that just helps you clean it out, get all that gunk and stuff out. It's gross. So you wanna get it out. Really simple. Once I'm done with that, I'll turn my sink on, fill up the gray tank a little bit, use that to flush out that black tank debris and stuff from your hose. And then that's all you gotta do. And if you're just traveling every couple days or whatever, what I would do is not leave your black, it just doesn't fill up very fast like that. So what I would actually just, when I'm done, take I have another hose for the black tank, spray that hose out really good. Disconnect everything, make sure everything's closed. Definitely make sure your levers are closed before you take the hose off because you will have a rude surprise. Do not do that. But yeah, then just stow it in the bay and then you're ready to travel. Some guys have little tricks, putting a bag of ice in your black tank while you drive, that and a little bit of water that can actually jostle stuff up and clean it out. But we find just leaving the toilet on for, doing that little flush thing that we do, we find that gets relatively clean. We haven't had any problems like really smelling or anything like that. So I think it works pretty well, but everybody has their own little tips and tricks. No, that was a quick video. Hopefully that is just a little insightful if you're new to RVing and you're not sure how to set up your black and your gray tanks. That's just hook up that hose, Make sure your levers are closed until you're ready to open them up. But that's how we do things. If you got any questions, as usual, leave a comment down below. We'd love to help you guys out. RVing is very daunting at first. So if you're not used to it or haven't done it, it's like, wait a second, how do I hook this stuff up? But you'll figure it out, and yeah, you'll be good to go.